There you go.
Good morning, everybody. Glad to be here with you guys once again. It's time to get this Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. Get our Tuesday started. I think we're going to be going to our mom's here later.
Well, his mom's. That's
Yeah,
not my real
well,
mom. We're
yeah.
not weird like that.
Yeah, to my mom's.
There you go.
And then we got a dinner we're going to this evening. I might try to get some content while at the dinner. I can't promise you that will happen. It just depends. So we'll see. So I figured this morning I would touch back on something that I talk about. One of the things that obviously I go to college for, which is psychology, but also drug addiction and just some of the stuff that some of you might be going through. You might be getting judged. You might be getting talked about. There's just so many different scenarios with when you've been through addiction. When you've been through addiction, and when people know that you've been through drug addiction, they know that you've taken drugs, and then it changed a lot of things for you. But the thing is, if you're doing something about it to make a difference, that's what matters. It doesn't matter what they think at all. Does not matter. I've got other friends that that I know personally that have been on drugs, and they're no longer on drugs, but they went through the same thing. Nobody has a right to judge you. Nobody has a right to point fingers and place judgment on you, but it's going to happen. And that's something that you got to realize. If you don't even got to do drugs to be judged, honestly. It could be anything. I mean, there's people that get judged every day just because of the clothes they wear, or the house they live in,
Or the way they look.
or the way they look.
The way they smell.
Yeah, yeah, or the vehicles that they drive. I mean, if you think for any second that it's just because you did drugs you're the only person being judged, you're not. So you really should not let it bother you, but I know it does. I know it does affect your self-esteem, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing something about it, that's what matters. It's what you're doing about it, not... I mean, think about it. Do you think for 1 second that they care about how you're going about doing better? Do you think they care about what program you might be going through? Do you think they care about what you didn't do today? No. Those that are judging you, the only thing they want to hear about is the things that you've done that they can judge you on. So, keep that in mind, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say. What matters is how you feel about yourself. I mean, I don't even know. You might be someone that I do know, but you might not be someone that I know. And I can still tell you that we don't judge people for what they've done. People make mistakes. And more likely, you've been through something that caused you to do drugs. Even if you didn't go through something, it doesn't matter. But a lot of people do. A lot of people go through things that, make people want to do drugs. Because they don't want to deal with it no more. They want to feel better. They want to feel good. They want to block out the things that's making them upset, or making them sad, or making them angry, or making them feel out of place.
And don't forget also, some people might be still doing them drugs and need help to get off them drugs.
Exactly.
There's people out there that need the help that are just too scared to help. But, I was addicted to drugs, and I've been almost a year clean, and I had to change my whole life. Like, I had to get away from Ohio. I had to get away from all of my friends just to be able to change who I was. And my kids will even tell you I was a bad person, and I've changed like 100% of who I am right now.
And you got to accept that's the thing, is she can sit here and tell you I was a bad person. Why? Because she admitted it to herself. That's the start of it. If you can't admit that you did wrong, or that you know, for example, her saying I was a bad person, well, if she would have never admitted that to herself, she'd probably still be going through a lot of rough things. But she can admit that to herself. She can admit that to the world, to others, and it doesn't affect what she's going to do today. And I mean, honestly, if you are someone that's not doing drugs, there are a lot of people out there that need help. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. It's not a bad thing to help somebody. Just because someone did drugs doesn't mean, well, I'm not going to help them because they're just going to take advantage. You know what? Maybe they will. Maybe they will take advantage.
But eventually they're going to stop.
Exactly.
They're going to come to a breaking point where they see somebody is actually trying to help them.
It's the things that we don't do when we see people dying, committing suicide, overdosing. It's so easy to overdose. So easy. Because these people feel alone. They feel lost. They feel abandoned. So they do the drugs. So, maybe you're someone that can help. Maybe you do have a few extra dollars. Whatever the case might be. If you do, help somebody. Go today and find somebody. It don't even got to be as far as helping them. Like, I'm not saying go put them in rehab or nothing like that. I'm just saying be a friend. Be a caring person. Go out. Find someone that might be homeless or might be going without or might not even have a Christmas this year and say, what can I do for you today? If you can only afford to help somebody out with $10, then do it. Buy them something to eat. Buy them a jacket. Go to Goodwill. Get them something to wear. Like, it makes a big difference when there's people out there helping people instead of being out there judging people.
Well, yeah, and just because they're on drugs or, need help getting off drugs or were on drugs doesn't make them bad people. I mean, you guys, there's a lot of people out there that judge people that have done drugs or are on drugs. It doesn't make them a bad person. I'm not a bad person. He's not a bad person.
Exactly. And it's, like I said, if you are someone like me or like Amanda and you're on that side of the spectrum, go help somebody today or help somebody, on New Year's. Make it a New Year's thing that, hey, I'm going to help one person a month. How much time we got left?
It's at 8:43.
Okay. So we're going to call it quits for now. You guys let us know what if you like these topics. We are going to be putting together some stuff. And if you want to get involved in helping other people, we're going to be putting something together to do that. So be sure to follow. And remember, if you are going through addiction, you're not alone, my friend. There's people out there that care.
Right, yeah.
So y'all continue to follow, and we'll pick up this conversation a little bit later.
Bye.
Go to TikTok. Toolbar. Bookmark this tab button. Stop streaming window. Stop streaming window. Start virtual cam. Stop recording. Check box checked.